ones who make this, I just uploaded it, and today is the 5th. Oh, I just uploaded a video this morning early. I'm going to again show you Larry Flint, Hustler Magazine, because Mr. Flint was shot in Lawrenceville, Georgia, when I was doing a medical malpractice book, MD, A License to Kill, which they almost killed me. It never was published. But it was about mind control and programming people to kill one person, mass murders, or you can do program mass groups or armies to go out and kill. So what's the end of this whole game that's being done? This is what I'm using to show you. It's hard to tell it. Larry Flint was shot, and they were programmed to shoot him. And I hesitate to say this, but I think a lot of people know it. I was flown out there later after they almost killed me. It's been over and over the mess. In '83, one of the doctors that I wrote about, Larry McDonald, he mentions him here in this endorsement in '84. Along with Murphy, like it's cryptic. I have been told, I was out there, he flew me out there and helped me in the campaign, and I have been told by people that, and I don't know, because when I met Mr. Flint, I knew because the patterns the murders were being done in that he was shot. It was programmed shooting, his attorney killed. When I went out there, I'd never met him. And he paid for my ticket out, and the limo driver came up to me and at the airport, and I'm kept penniless, and I thought, God, maybe they'd flown me out here and just going to leave me here at the airport, and I have no money, no. Anyway, the limo driver told me on the way back, he gave me his card. He says, Mr. Flint called and for me to come and pick you up. He says, will you give him my card, because since his shooting, I have tried and tried and tried. He was my best friend to reach him, and I can't get through to him. Well, I didn't make much of it, and quite frankly, all that's going on, I forgot it until later. I kept the card. But Mr. Flint, when I went in, he said, you don't have to tell me anything about yourself. I know all there is to know. And I know they were going to send you back a vegetable. Well, that's what they did to me on April the 1st of '80, and I'm not going into that again. The sending me back, I didn't exactly know what he meant until later, and I found out my real name and about my kidnapping, and the Brits told me. And so I'm going to go to this while I've got a little time. Whether you put it together, I don't know. The difference in programming and mind control is so sophisticated now. Someone showed me this, and while I was doing the book and working for doctors, and one of them had put a chip in a heart bypass of chairman of the board that was on Dixon Tomato. It's a big produce. It was on Powers Ferry Landing, close to where I lived at Moonraker. And how's this? I'm doing the book. I'm finding out one of the doctors, and by the way, they were letting me Xerox the book and everything, so they had to have known, they did know what I was doing, writing the book. And that one of the doctors, cardiovascular, put a chip in the chairman of the board at Dixon, and they can control his decision-making, make him go out and shoot or appear to kill himself or whatever. Anyway, the next job I had, I didn't keep it long, was a Fort Dixon produce right down the street from where I lived, and found out some more. So I'm going to leave it at that, because that would have been before Larry Flint was shot. I believe I must have moved into Moonraker, and I was living there doing the book March the 6th of '78, and then at Moonraker, and then moved to Bentley Drive, and that was Laurelwood, where I got the letter from the FBI, ongoing investigation, national security involved. So I'm going to skip to this. The other day, and I tried to put down dates, it's on the phone and everything, I had reason to call the health department. And I'm not going to go into putting all this back up. 10 minutes or 5 hours or 10 hours wouldn't put it up. If nobody's listening, it doesn't matter anyway. I get called names. I'm the victim in this whole mess, believe me. But anyway, I was updating, and I'm just going to leave it at this. I was updating some videos on the 30th of November, just passed, and it concerned me. I had told about Audie Murphy's plane going down back in '71, only I couldn't tell that mind control was used in it. I'd never heard the terminology, didn't know about it back then. I knew that Larry Childress, that sold us a house at Hazelland Square in Huntsville, that he was a barber, and he had killed himself in a car, turned on the carbon monoxide and died, which was weird. And there was things like that going on all around me, people getting killed and knocked off, and it was later that I found the mechanism used was mind control and started telling about it, and had gone to the FBI office and God, I hope he's not dead or having more problems. Jack Hartsfield was a reporter, FBI agent that saved my life. And he gave me letters that I put up about the FBI secret police FBI were in Huntsville, Alabama when I was taken to Moulton, Alabama in '41. I was kidnapped. And he talks about MK Ultra and programming. So it's been going on a long, long time. And Jack said that he couldn't get anything done with it. Well, his wife died under strange circumstances, and his life hasn't been easy. And he kind of told me that we only had 2 years to be friends, long distance. I haven't seen Jack in so long. But he lived out, and he knew Larry Flint and went there back and forth. But anyway, last time I called, someone in his family said there'd been enough deaths, and she walked away and just left the phone, me hanging, and I got the gist of it. He couldn't talk to me anymore. Other than the Brits and Germans, he was the only friend I had in this whole mess. Anyway, I want to get back before this goes off to the videos. I was updating the Audie Murphy because the plane actually went down here at Catawba, next door to me here in Roanoke, and God knows I never had any thoughts of coming to Roanoke. I did in '86, October. I've been trying to live here. It's been hell. My whole life has. And because of how great this country is, you don't tell them the truth, they'll kill you. But anyway, I thought it was kind of odd that the plane went down. Here I am up here, and it was headed to Martinsville, and you kind of have to know what happened to me after I came here in these places. Martinsville, Galax is where the retired state trooper told me in August the 14th of 2007, that, '09, excuse me. They brought me to corporate suites and paid the security deposit, and I paid 17 months myself eating beans and bacon. That's all I could get, just about. She told me to learn that his wife gave me the address, and it was printed out on a thing you put on your mail with your address and name on it. So it's Mr. and Mrs. Carl Barton. Her name is Linda. She said, this is how we move you with chemicals. Well, I am allergic to chemicals. It's an immune disorder that when I'm around toxic fumes in a close place, that my immune system attacks itself. And over the years, if this is kept up, then it attacks your organs, your kidneys, your lungs, your heart, your veins, etc. with so much inflammation in the medicine you take for it. Anyway, I'm going to say this. I just came back from Scott Hill in Covington. At least I could take a picture of what they did to me there to move me. They had black mold all over the place. And I took pictures of it and left, and then went back because they promised to clean it up. Well, they didn't. That was